NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Smith. He's got a man, complete. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 4th and 2. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it, and this is going to be caught. It's good, and that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Okay, break. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now Gino on first down. That's complete to Penny Hart. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Smith throwing again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Gino's going to throw. And he's got it. So the drive for 2 successful. And they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Inside give to Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 330 count. Allen Woods brings the burn on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Taking it about the 36. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Let's go now.
Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Geno down to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Smith. Open man is hard. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now Geno. And he's got it. Touchdown. Penny Hart from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. They get 11 back on that one and leads to 39.
One of the advantages of the defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. And the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applying the heat. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. Back to throw here. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Touchdown, Carolina! Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 17, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keith Taylor. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Prescott now from the 50. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Wrecking the defense there was Brandon Smith. Back to stop him before he got to the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guy. The football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Play action here. Corral. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing here, Corral. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Going for it on 4th down, Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. Here's Corral. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Prescott. can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. To the air again, Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And Marr pulled it left. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the 2nd half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral. There's another one complete to Chenault. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Corral looking for another pass here. And his throw here is incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Moore, the man in motion. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus